Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Oh my gosh, we are coming up on end of the month. We're closing July. We have now launched our LVRX peptides, our telehealth space, merging with a telehealth company. I'm so freaking excited. And we've already heard really good results. Also, we launched Xera hair serum today. So y'all go get you some of that. I'm really excited because it is exosome based hair serum, but it also has, I want y'all to read the ingredients. I want you to go, look at ChatGPT, all the things, the copper peptides and everything that's in this hair serum is top notch, y'all. This is coming from a hairdresser. Like this is legit. And I know when we had our beta samples, what little bit that I had it went a long way. So it says use a full dropper each time after you shampoo on wet hair. And I do think that's not meaning like a full dropper on each spot you want to focus on. That's whatever that full dropper is, move it around on your concern areas, right? My husband was like, "Oh, rub it all over my head," I don't really know if it's gonna work for him, but it's okay. But that is just something I've already seen so much growth. Like I've literally doubled my thickness in my hair in the last year from using our collagen peptides every day, grew in this bald spot up in here. And so I'm really excited to add this to it, to partner that to it. So, okay, let's talk LVRX. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to show y'all if I can get the right screen. Hey, and Jackie, y'all let me know once I start sharing that you see what I'm talking about. So right now I'm on a cloud office page. Do y'all see that? Because one time I was doing this and everybody's like, we don't see what you see. And they let me talk for like 5 minutes. Okay. So one thing is going to LVRX. So let's just talk about, and this is kind of a dummy account, so y'all don't make fun of that. Okay. So this is your LVRX website that you're going to send to people. Okay. It's your username.lavelle.com/RX. That's it. That's what you're going to send to people. And then I say this about every single thing we have, everything on our website, everything in our cloud, anything. Go push buttons. Go push buttons. Go push buttons. Go pretend you're a customer. Go see what you can see. Okay. I do love this landing page. I love how it breaks everything down. They had changed the like pricing to only show the every 3 months total. And we were like, no, 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 we need that savings total back. So they did fix that. So you can see what it would cost just a month at a time. You can see what it would cost, the savings for getting it 3 months at once. And just remember, when you're doing the 3 months, you are getting that upfront billing. You are paying for that upfront. But my understanding is if you end up having to change your prescription, they're going to do a refund and you get a refund for 2 of the 3 months or however that works and then rebuy what you do need. They're working all that out, but you're not stuck with it. So really excited about that. Um, Jackie, Ange, do y'all have anything to say about the website or the like this part of it? And then we can talk about like getting started.
I think the most common thing that I'm getting right now, because a lot of people are definitely coming back and waking up to this, is just that they need an account first, right? Like they need
Yes.
their Thrive account first. So what you would do, like if you're wanting to build Lavelle RX, right? And if you're starting to get inquiries and stuff, you just tell them, just say, hey, here's my link, right? Here's my Thrive link, the same way that you would sign up a customer or promoter. And then once they are a customer or promoter with you, you just tell them go to the homepage, go click on the Lavelle RX, the little green button, and then start your assessment. And then what I'm telling them is, I might ask them like, take a look at what's there. Is there anything that you have questions that you might be interested in? Because they may ask you like, which one should I pick, this or this. You could guide them, based on, the basic knowledge and stuff that like, because if they don't get approved for something, because this has happened, like if they don't get approved for something, they might have to do an assessment for another one. So depending on what they pick, they're going to have to go through an assessment for each product because it needs a prescription. So, for example, I had a girl that came. I told her like, hey, go ahead and sign up on my link, right? Go find the Lavelle RX green button. When you click on that, go pick your selection, for, whether they're doing weight loss or longevity. And then when they click on that, I tell them, I said, it's super quick. Just answer the questions. It takes like maybe 2 minutes or maybe five max. And if they need anything else from you, then the doctor will set that up and it should be there like pretty quickly. If you need any help, then let me know. So that's as much as I go through with people. And you're just basically waiting for them to do their assessment and then they'll come and tell you, kind of like what Amber was saying. They'll come and ask like, should I do the 1 month or the three? I do find that a lot of my people are doing the 1 month just because I don't know, people have commitment issues. But pricing wise, the 1 month is very affordable. Like, it's really, really affordable. So just start with that and just cheer your people on and as they'll get their packages if they order like during the weekday on like an earlier weekday, they should get their package that same week. If they order towards the end of the week, their package might get to them by like Monday, right? So that's what we're seeing.
And two things I want to say on that is one, if somebody is just doing the 1 month, and you can tell that by the pricing, that they are still on a subscription. So they will need to, if they're not wanting to commit and they don't want to cancel or they don't know it's coming next month, just be aware of that. Just let them know, hey, when you go to your LVRX portal, when you click that, go to your orders homepage and it's going to show you your active subscription. And then they can just call or email and ask to have that canceled if that's what they want to do. Or they can, if they need to change it and they're like, oh, actually, I like it. I'm going to get the subscription so I save money. Then they can change it to the 3 months. Also, on if they have any issues, if you are like, hey, they're messaging me and they have like a massive delay, nothing showing up, have them send an email to patient support. That's on that LVRX portal, or they can call. I kind of feel like the emails are probably the best, but they can also call and they're getting good support. It's just, it is, this is brand new and there are some things that are a learning curve, us coming into their already existing business. So we just need to be that customer support for our customers. I do want to share the screen again. I want to show something here. Okay, so in your cloud office, under LVRX, I want to show y'all the different resources because one of the questions is like, how do my people know what to pick? How do they know semaglutide? How do they know tirzepatide? How do they know what longevity they want? And this is where I'm kind of guiding them of, hey, you need to know what you want a little bit, right? Like, are you wanting to lose more than 20 pounds? Then you're probably going to choose one of the macro weight loss. If you're wanting to lose 5 to 15 pounds, you're probably going to pick one of the micros. And then, so here is it in our resources. Corporate has done a fantastic job, y'all, of getting all these resources in here. So, one, you have logos that you can use, talks about Lavelle RX. Like, this is phenomenal. Okay. So if you're like, well, why would they pick this over another? Well, it tells you right here what makes Lavelle different. So go use these resources. Caption inspo, us versus our competitors. Okay. And then also, I think this is the one for helping you versus what not to say, right? We need to focus on what not to say on social media, and that's probably a whole nother training. But I just want y'all to know where these things are. At the same time, boards, and I don't know if Jackie, if y'all have additional boards, but Maria has updated this in Team Thrive Nation board. So if you don't have this board, get it. I posted it in Team Thrive Stars. It's in Thrive Nation Boot Camp. Make sure you get that. But right here, Pet Playbook. Okay. This has, I need to move this little speaker. Okay. So this has tips for your assessment. That's a video. Okay. And then the pet menu. So this is very helpful for people that are like, I don't know what I want. Okay. So this tells you what peptides are. This is what each of the peptides are so that you kind of have an idea. Your customer can utilize that. What all do they do? This is going to help you and your customer decide what's best for them. Because I know it is a little, some people are a little thrown off on ordering first. Okay. I just want to make sure that y'all know where everything is. I've gotten a lot of feedback of just almost confusion. So I want to make sure y'all know what we have here for you. FAQ. I want y'all to print this out. I want you to tape it in your office or on your mirror. This, we put together this list of what the most asked questions are. Okay. So this frequently asked questions page, in my opinion, is gold. And it's helpful for you. It's helpful. What, Jackie?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. I
Oh,
was just clearing my throat.
Oh, it's helpful for you. It's helpful for your client, your customer, your promoters, all of that. Um, Caption inspo. Okay, so just so everybody knows where these are, they are in boards. If you, I know there's people on here I think that do free boards and you can only have one board. I do not know how you do that, but I think that you can open a board's link still and grab this information. Um, okay, I'm gonna take a break from this, and if y'all and Jackie, y'all want to jump in because I feel like I just gave a whole lot of info
Yeah,
on.
I like to speak upon like kind of like what you said, people education, right? I feel like a lot of people are confused, especially customers and promoters. And I've always said this, if people don't know what you're doing or what it is, it's really hard for them to navigate or really, ask you, right? So it's our job to educate. So I've been hearing a lot of things like, is Lavelle RX like part of Lavelle? Am I adding the cart together? How does this go? And I have to explain to them it's combined, but it's a different platform. So basically, we partnered with telehealth, but because I have been signing customers that I've been doing it together. So Lavelle RX and our vitamins, and I have to tell them it's a different, obviously Lavelle RX is a portal. So navigating them through logging into Thrive Label, but clicking on Label RX, but Label RX is a different platform. And then when they want to order Thrive by Label, they would have to do it separately. So kind of educating. And I also had people question like, hey, is this your business? Are you getting paid? Are you, they don't know. I said yes. So they're like comparing to like other companies. So I think that maybe we need to do a better job with educating people. Like, yes, this is an expansion of what we're doing, and really that education part and navigating them through. Also, I've been seeing that I mean, for me, I really want to train about this because I think a lot of people are confused and scared or nervous on how to share this new launch, right? Because, talking about peptides is a big deal. And I really want to share how to start sharing where you can feel more confident, feel more secure in sharing and kind of like connecting the dots, doing three-way calls. And, it's really starts with educating yourself, kind of like what Amber said. When I was scared, you guys, I literally, right when Lavelle dropped those resources on what people are saying about peptides, I literally took a comment from that and posted it on my stories. And I told my team, I said, look, I really don't know what to say, but I'm doing it scared too, right? So I took that and I reposted that. And it's really about doing things like I trust Lavelle, right? So I trust, you know, our resources. I trust all the things. So I'm going to just leverage what I have, even doing it scared. And I know a lot of you guys, how many of you guys here are nervous? Because I know that I was nervous starting this, and I could see a lot of people even promoting it. They don't know where to start. I've had people ask me like, "Hey, Ange, what do I say? How do I start?" Right? So the first thing is first is, building the confidence to share. And I encourage you guys to ask the questions, ask us questions, do your research, and confidence is understanding, okay? Confidence is understanding what this extra combined telehealth thing is. So it's from the root, the foundation, right? We partnered up with a 503A telehealth compounded by the pharmacy. And the most important keys to educate yourself, you guys, is what is the offer that makes us different? Okay, there's certain things that I always look at where we're one month to month, right? We have pretty good prices. I'm telling you guys, once you guys start sharing, there's gonna be a ton of people in your inbox sharing their prices on what they're getting. So you first of all got to look at our plan and see why we're better. Another thing, we have a physician, provider, and that's another offer that we can share. So really, guys, when you guys get into trying to share, just know that the key things is, show Lavelle RX, educate what it is about. Obviously, the foundation, right? Learn about telehealth 503, learning about where is the source coming from? Who is the source, right? So I trust Lavelle, and Lavelle partnered up with this person. So it's rooted from that. Okay. So once you start showing Lavelle RX, show if you're on the journey, or if you're not, if you're on the journey, show your documenting you're doing it, right? Show your transparency, how you felt. And if you're not yet, show other people. So show Lavelle RX, show your journey. If not you, show the people. Okay. And then once you show the people, show the plan. What is the plan? The plan is literally kind of like what we do, like how we repost. There's no fees, no guesswork, right? This is made so simple for people. It's a simple process for people to really not have to think, not have to be a scientist, like behind the scenes, like, mixing products that they don't know what they're doing. So you share the plan. That's the offer, is that there's no guesswork. There's no extra fees. You don't have to commit to 6 months. You don't have to pay an extra fee to see your physician again, right? So those are the things that we offer. And also another thing, what is another plan? If you guys have a three-way, right? I had a three-way today with one of my partners. I tell my people, if you have people interested in partnering up with Lavelle RX, or even whatever, Thrive, right? And our business, do a three-way call, show them a plan, connect them to me. So, and first of all, before you connect them, show them the video. You guys, the resources. We connect the dots. I told her, give her the video of Mara Dillard because she's asking about the comp plan. So once she finished, I said this to her, send her the video, send me on a three-way call. Once we go on a three-way call, let me get to know her, right? And then then after that, you guys, you don't have to build this business alone. You just learn as you go and connect with your leader, connect with your sponsor, connect with somebody that's going to do a three-way for you. After that, after the plan, it's very important for you guys to follow up. What is the next step to follow through? So I told her on the call, I said, hey, this is your next step. You're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to get you on the product, right? And then we're going to create an account. We're going to get you on the product. And she says, okay, let me do so and so. I'm going to do this. I'm going to watch the video, right? You guys, this training I've learned from 7 years ago is watching the video, but also following through, right? So she watches the video. My partner messages me. She's like, what do I say? And you guys, sometimes we have to teach people how to engage in and talking to people. And it's okay. If you guys don't know, bring in the third party. Okay, this is how we learn. We get better. None of us came in here knowing how to share, knowing how to launch, knowing how to follow through with walking people through the plan, right? So I said, ask her how she felt about the video. What did she like, right? Once she didn't know what to say, how did she follow up? And so Once she asked her that, she put us in a three-way chat again. And I said, nice meeting you. Another follow-up. She goes, okay, I created an account already. And guess what? Another follow-up. I said, Roselle's going to take care of you. She's going to come up, help you with, your goals. And I'm just telling her you got to lead people. Okay. I'm telling her what she's going to do. And then it's just follow through and through. Okay. So connect the dots. And the point is, you guys, is we have leverage, kind of like what Amber was saying. The resources are in the back office. If you guys don't know step by step, don't know how to share, look at what is Lavelle, what are they saying, or what are the benefits? What makes us different? Do's and don'ts, what not to say. It really, let's simplify how to share, because now it gets really overcomplicated when we're like, oh, we can't say pets. I just say, I don't even say trizepatide, you guys. In my video, I say I microdose with B12, right? I said message me. I'm just showing them my journey, and I said message me, message Batty. I've been getting so many momentum for this business because people that weren't interested in vitamins, they're interested in peptides. And it's really crazy that a lot of people are already on it, but people will go with who they know, like, and trust. And this is the truth. So let it be you in sharing. And if you are nervous, do it scared. I remember messaging Jackie like, oh my God, Jackie, I don't know how to do the shots. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. And it really did feel like the beginning of my experience again. I told Jackie, I'm like, why does it feel like deja vu? That I'm asking you all these questions, right? So ask the questions. But I really think that that's what is kind of like what's going on right now when I see is people don't know where to start on how to share. So I really wanted to give that step by step. Share Label RX, show yourself, show the people, show the plan. Okay. And then call to action.
I love it. And, it is everything that we've done here with Lavelle, with Thrive, with our current products. Like you said, share, show the plan. And even with our products, when a new product launches, what do? We go to that page, like Xera hair serum. What did I do? I went to that page. I went and read about the product. I went and watched the YouTube video at the bottom. Guys, if you don't realize this, every single product we have has information on its own product page, most of them have a video at the bottom. This is where I always share those things to my customers, right? If my customer's like, hey, tell me about the collagen peptides or tell me about the Xera hair serum, I'm sending them that specific link. I'm not just saying, well, it costs this much and it's this. No, I'm sending it to them to educate them so they can see and understand that on their own. And y'all have heard me say this a bajillion times. I also do that because curiosity got the cat. And I promise you, they are not just only going to click on the one link that I sent them. They're going to start clicking through my or through my website. They're going to start looking at the other products. They're going to click shop by goal. They're going to see LVRX, right? They're going to go, ooh, I saw this. Tell me about it. So make sure that you're doing that. All right. So let's get back to LVRX. I want to get through this and then we can kind of continue. And then also I want to open for questions. One thing I'm telling everybody is to keep utilizing your cloud. Go through, find what you need, find everything, right? I want to show you where. So one thing is this LVRX is two highways merging together. The only spot they merge, LV Thrive and LVRX, the only spot they merge is QV. So where I want you to see how to see these things, and one, Maria's compensation LVRX compensation video. If you haven't watched that, you better watch that. You need to watch that to be able to understand. But I want to show you where to see your PV for LVRX. You're going to go to Business Snapshot. And like I said, this is kind of a dummy account, so there's not really anything there. But you can see this is your total QV. This is your Thrive QV, your LVRX QV, your LVRX PV. And this right here is for your active status to unlock those levels that we talked about. I just want you to know this is where you find that. You find that under dashboard. Okay. So if you ever have questions of what's my LVRX PV, that is where you find it. Now, over here, green tab LVRX, you can see your downline order history. Okay. There's no orders in this one. Like I said, dummy account. Anyway, this is where you would see those things. And you can sort by levels. So you can see who's in your level one, two, three, four, right? All right. I'm gonna stop the share for that. Okay. So with that being said, on the compensation, there has been some confusion. So on your level ones, you make 25% of BV. Your level ones are your personally enrolled promoters and your personally enrolled customers. Jackie, did you say you had comp plan slides?
Yeah, I can go over this if
Do
you
you want to
want.
just take over that? I just wanted them to know exactly where to see their PV. I think that was confusing at first.
Yes, I will definitely touch on that and kind of teach you guys how to really launch this and how to, how to look at your business on the Lavelle RX side. Something else I wanted to mention is it's been like 2 weeks, and I took a look at, like, what my team in particular was doing, and there's a couple things that I'm looking at, right? Like, we went 12K on PEPs, so I was super excited for that, right? Next thing is that Canada does not have peptides yet. So we don't have it quite yet. And I know that, like, for me, my numbers would be a lot higher if my Canadian team could participate. If you guys do have Canadians, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do, there may be some on here, right? Canadians actually cannot see the Lavelle RX website. So pricing doesn't show up for us, I don't think. Um, it doesn't have that little intake thing. It says coming soon when people with an IP address in Canada see it. Now, this doesn't mean that you guys can't participate, right? If you guys have anybody that's in the US, you can. It's just that you're kind of running blind because you can't see everything that everyone else can. So, but same thing, like, we were mentioning, all they need is a US account, right? And then you'll just guide them, go look at the Lavelle RX green button, and then they can proceed. You just won't be able to help them as much. But you can still enroll them, you can still sign them, you can still get paid on them, and all of that. And I love that Ange touched on it too, just like not everybody is on peptides yet, and that's okay, right? It is taking a little bit of time. Like, it's people, I'll be completely honest with you. I did not care to get onto peptides because I was so happy with my Thrive experience, right? I didn't care. And then when we were getting into this space, I was just a little bit more curious about it. But had we not gotten into this space, I probably wouldn't have been so open to do it, right? Because same thing like Ange is saying, I trust Lavelle, right? If we were getting into it, I knew that I was going to have a large team and a lot of people asking me questions. So, I had to be open to getting involved first, right? I love my peptide experience. Okay. After I had tried it, had results, I, saw the inflammation and everything leave. And I was like, I'm really happy that I got to experience this a little bit before everyone else as a beta tester. And just like doing my research, right? The first thing I did, if you guys are confused of kind of like where to start, just pick one, whatever your interest is. If you are interested in weight loss, if you're interested in longevity, choose a route, right? Pick one that's there and then go down the rabbit hole. You can go look it up on TikTok. You can go look it up on an Instagram hashtag. Like, those two things, there's more than enough information because peptides is so popular right now. And then that is where I kind of learned a little bit. But besides that, we have the professionals, right? When we go in there, we have the professionals. We have the doctors, and we're gonna learn the most from our own experience. And from my experience and what I've seen other people get, prescribed and all this stuff, like, they do start everybody at a very gentle dose, and nobody so far that I've talked to has had a bad experience. So they definitely do know what they're doing. So if people in your team and like around you are not yet on peptides, you guys don't worry. Not everyone will be, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's always important to let everyone know to do what is important, like what feels right for them, right? So just remember that. Now, I want you guys as leaders on here, right? Just remember that if you need help with your customers or team, just because you're not on peptides, definitely get them into a three-way, right? Like, we have amazing resources. I was just talking about this. Even if this is not your thing, your leaders are here for you, right? Your people, alongside the professionals, right, that we have. We don't have to be the experts like everybody has been saying so far. And corporate also has like resources, right? Besides the things that we've seen, we also have the Facebook official Lavelle, RX page. So they are starting to get in there. It is fully compliant because of how it is, right? We're now in the telehealth space. So our Facebook page is by Lavelle. They are moderating in there. So it is a safe place. You can definitely put your people in there and feel confident that, the stuff that is in there is good. So yeah, there's that. And congrats, you guys. It's literally just the beginning. But let me show you guys. Now we're getting to the good stuff with the compensation plan and all the things. Okay, so can you guys all see this? I lost you guys now. Where are you? I gotta find you guys. I can't see you guys.
Yes, you can, we see it.
I don't see you
Well,
though.
actually, no, we just see you start screen sharing. We see a black screen.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Something looks slow on my end. I don't know why.
There it is.
Okay, you guys see that now?
Well, we did, and now we see your face again. It was there.
I think it's because I stopped it. Hold on, let me just move it to a smaller screen so it's easier. But this will, hold on. Where did it go? I don't know why my computer's laggy, but this will be a good one. I want you guys to screenshot this and I will explain it to you guys so it's a little more clear what we're doing, how we're building, all the good stuff. Super laggy my thing.
I was gonna say, I still see you.
Yeah, it's going up.
Okay, it says you start screen sharing.
Okay, now let me get my chat box out of the way. Why is my computer so slow?
I don't know, even your face was kind of frozen. Okay, now it's up there.
Hold on. Okay, so this is the compensation plan, right? This is how we get paid on Lavelle RX. If you guys are in the US, you guys are going to see this in your rewards plan. Okay, so we get paid, really simply put, okay, we get paid 4 levels on our orders, sponsorship treat orders, meaning that if you have any legs that are placed to you, like any teams that are placed to you, you will not be paid on that volume at all, right? Not paid with cash. That volume is going to count towards your ranks, right? So that volume is going to count towards your ranks, but we'll go on the compensation first, okay? So whether you are active or not with Lavelle RX, right? Your personal promoters and customer orders, when they order, you will always be paid, okay? You're going to get paid the 25% on that order, and that is on the BV. Okay, so what does that mean? This is a little bit advanced, but for some of you guys, if your order, I'll just use round numbers for example. If the order was $200, that would be the QV. Okay, the QV that you'd be getting towards that. The BV would be 100, and you're getting paid on the BV. So you would get paid $25, right, on a $200 order. Okay, that's how the compensation plan works in a nutshell. You're going to get that on your personal promoters and your personal customers. It is the same rate. So no matter what, whether you're active or not. Now
I want to jump in there, sorry, but just
yeah,
remember too, because we've gotten this question a lot in the past. Your customers' referrals are also your personal customers. So any of those are all your customers. So the referrals aren't a level two. The referrals are a level one.
yes, correct. And then also, if you sell to a promoter, it doesn't make you PV qualified, but if you sell to a customer, it does get you PV qualified. Also, if you have a personal order, it will get you PV qualified. Okay, what does that mean? So in order for you to unlock the rest of the levels, which is 2, 3, and 4, right? You're gonna need a certain amount of PV every month. So in the future, you're going to need at least 2,000 QV in personal volume coming from Lavelle RX to unlock these other levels. Okay, so this is how you get paid on your team. Okay, so this is how you get paid on your team. You'll always be paid level 1, regardless whether you're active or not. Okay, so because those are your personals, those are your personal referrals, you're always going to get paid there. Now, right now, you can watch Maria's video. In a few months, this will be obsolete information. But because of the launch, they are reducing the amount of PV that we need to be active. Okay, so right now, even with a lesser amount of personal volume, we're getting paid on our team. So that's a little bit of that. So if you guys are wanting to get started on this, I want you guys to think of maybe having a personal order of your own, which a lot of you guys have. A lot of you guys have been open to, the peptide and telehealth experience, congrats. If you guys are not ordering for yourself, just focus on getting customers, right? Just focus on, if you are sharing this, focus on, maybe swapping people over, right? Swapping people over from wherever they're currently getting their peptides, or, maybe they're on their experience. And I promise you, I thought that this was going to be hard, but Lavelle really knocked it out the park with our partnership, okay? Without the doctor fees and all those things. And you would be surprised if you start having these conversations with people who are on peptides. They're unhappy with their doctor. They've been trying to get off of the medication that they're on and switch to something else because they don't feel like it's working anymore, right? They're unhappy with it. They're like, why am I paying my doctor for the doctor visits, right? And then he's not even putting me on the medication that I want. I haven't seen results in, X amount of time. So they are open to switching. They are open to seeing how Lavelle does it. And Lavelle has really knocked it out the park. Okay, so I want you guys to just remember that. I was surprised. I figured, I'm like, are we late to the game? And we're not. Okay, so anyways, there's that. So for the next few months, Lavelle has reduced the personal volume required in order for you to get paid on team. This month it is 200 PV. So a lot of you guys can get qualified and active with just your own personal order. And then it's going to increase. I think next month is 1,000 PV. And then the month after that and onward is going to be 2,000 PV. So you guys can quickly start to get that. Something that Jason Camper shared is that, when people, like the retention, when you get people on the peptides is very high, right? Because people are not just going to try it for a month, right? They will feel good. They will feel good. They will continue. You're seeing people that are on it for, we have the 1 month option, we have the 3 month option, but honestly, most people go for 6 months and then they go on to maybe something else. But you're gonna see most people are staying on their peptides for 6 months or longer. Okay, so and if they're not, on maybe like a weight loss one anymore because they had such a great experience, they might go into the longevity, and that might be the plan, right? So I want you guys to think of the big picture and how this is going to play out in the next like 6 months to like a year, right? Like we're literally just starting now. Next thing is that, similar to like when do we get paid, right? When I found out that we get paid on Fridays, I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So we're getting paid Tuesdays. We're getting paid on the second Tuesday of the month for our bonus checks, and we're gonna get paid Fridays. So Lavelle is paying us 9 times a month, you guys. 9 times a month. Okay, like that is life changing for some families. How many of you guys wait for your income on Tuesday? Like, oh my God, are they gonna let me transfer my funds today? Like, when is it hitting my bank? Did I get my email today? Well, guess what? Now you have the opportunity to build yourself a Friday income stream. Okay, like this is incredible. So how this works for Lavelle RX is all the stuff that you do until Wednesday night, basically, you're gonna get paid that on that Friday. That's how it works. Okay, so Wednesday night is the cutoff, and then whatever you did for that week is going to be paid on that Friday. Same thing like our other thing, 10 a.m., right? Same thing like our other pay. So pay week cutoff is on that Wednesday night, and then you'll get paid on the Friday. So really amazing. It'll take some time for this to build, but you guys have another business, right? And I had to kind of figure out some of this stuff. But some little tips, like here's the notes, right? Dollar for dollar volume. So if you're selling, if you sell a subscription or prescription, I should say, if you get one of those, it's dollar for dollar volume. So 219 is going to equal a 219 QV boost on your dials. Okay, that's how that works. Again, we're paid on BV. You're paid through your sponsorship tree. So anything that's placed, you're not getting paid on that, but you are getting the QV, right, towards your actual ranks. So yeah, this counts towards your ranks. And what does ranks equal? Okay, so this is how it's different. Partnering with Lavelle we have a partnership with Lavelle RX, right? Other companies, they're this that's like their main thing, right? We this is something like, with the volume that we're getting from Lavelle RX, it's going to help us level up on our other side as well, right? So people who are going for their 4K in 30 days, their lifestyle bonuses, their car bonuses, like, if you need to get to those ranks, this is going to help you get there. And you also have this retail, model for the telehealth, right? So you're getting paid there and you're getting volume towards these ranks. So that's a lot, right? Like, we're not getting paid directly, but when you rank up and you level up and your team levels up, right, you're going to be paid on the Lavelle compensation side, like, very generously, right? Next thing is that, very much like Ange, when somebody comes to me and they're, getting started with our telehealth now, I am immediately telling them about the vitamins that they need to take, right? I'm like, great. And they know because they've already been watching. They're probably, they're already thrivers and they're like, they know. Because I've been sharing it relentlessly about how a nutritional foundation is so important, okay? If you guys don't know anything about peptides yet, a nutritional foundation is so important because peptides, even though they do its thing, it only tells the body what to do. They're like little messengers, right? But if there's nothing, if there's no resources for the peptides to use to do its thing, like, you're not going to get the same results, right? That's when people start having a lot of like side effects. It's just maybe not working as well, or they start to, I don't want to just say deteriorate, but they're not getting like the real great results that they want. So these two things together, right? Supplements plus peptides is kind of like a match made in heaven, right? It one gives you resources, and then the other one tells your body what to do. Um, you know, on this journey, here's a little bit of like, like, how can peptides really help me? Me personally, I've had a lot of transformations with my Lavelle products, right? Like, Thrive absolutely changed my life. I had a transformation on Classic, I had a transformation on Elite, I had a transformation when I changed certain DFTs, right? But as time goes on, our bodies stops responding, right? Not just to the product, but like, I'm starting to go into an age where things are not working anymore, right? So this is like, this is kind of helping my body respond again. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you guys. It's not a this or that. It's how can we help our bodies respond better, right? So anyways, if you guys have any questions, like, hopefully that was helpful. I want you guys to have a, like, what are we doing here now that we have the Lavelle RX? Like, where do we start? Just start with getting your first customer, right? Start with getting your first customer. Make a goal for yourself to sign a certain amount of customers, like, every week or every month, especially for you guys to get to that 2,000 QV mark in like the next 3 months, right? Because that's what's going to get you paid on more levels. And then once you have that, you'll start to see your Lavelle business grow.
I love that. I love that, just kind of hearing that and thinking, guys, this is this is going to continue to grow. Okay. It's like, think about when you first started with Thrive. What was your first paycheck? What was your second paycheck? Maybe you got the first VIP bonus and then you didn't get a big paycheck after that. My first check was $24. So, think about that. And I'm talking just Thrive, just starting here. And as we continue to get more products and try more products and learn about the different products, then we became more knowledgeable, more educated, like Ange says, right? And one thing too I wanted to touch on, I'm like keeping notes as I'm like, okay, they're saying this, I want to say this. One thing, especially for people that aren't on peptides, it is okay if you don't take peptides, first of all. You do not have to do this if you do not want to. But I promise you, you have an audience that is wanting peptides or is already in peptides or is interested in peptides. And so, utilizing, like they both said, that third party validation. For example, I do not like heat. I do not like our heat. I don't like it. I can't take it. But if somebody's going to ask me about it, I'm going to put them in a chat with Maria because she freaking loves it. So I am going to be like, she can tell you all the benefits. She can tell you what it's doing for her, right? Because it's not my jam. And that's okay. So similar in the peptide world, like I'm not going to know right now what tirzepatide is doing for me. I don't have a tirzepatide experience, but there are several that do, and we can share those, right? I also wanted to talk about on the required PV for the unlocking. Just remember, it's just like ranks. Whatever you achieve this month qualifies you for next month. So, getting that 200 PV this month, you're qualified all of next month until the end of the month. So, next month, you need to get 1,000 to be qualified for all of September. So, what you do in September qualifies you for August. What you do in August qualifies you for Wait, hold on. What you do in August qualifies you for September. What you do in September qualifies you for October. I was a little backwards there. But it's just like that. If you end at 12K, you're 12K for the whole next month, right? So it's that same process. And just like Jackie said, this QV, it's a boost. It's a boost to what you already have. It is an increase in pay. It is, yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Um, and do you have anything to add before we open it up to questions?
Yes, I wanted to piggyback on what Jackie said. Anything that you launch or you're starting out, it's going to take a lot of time, but I do see so much impact in it. Like, I see this is going to be huge. And a thing that something that helped me along this journey, you can see us leaders, no matter what, let's say seasons happen or we struggle or life is happening, you really can't really tell with us leaders, right? Because we have a non-negotiable. And I want to share with you guys like what my mindset is going into how I'm staying consistent, how I'm able to stay consistent and just thriving through our business, through the vitamins, through the Vel RX. Consistency is the name of the game. Okay, you guys, with anything that you guys do, if you guys stay consistent with being intentional, but really it's about a mindset, right? Something that I had told myself from the very beginning when I had zero clients, I had zero team, I had zero experience. Okay, this one like quote that I instilled in my own compass of navigating my entrepreneur or this business was no matter what, I said to myself, no matter what, I didn't care who was thriving with me. I didn't care if I had zero customers. No matter what, I was going to be thriving. Okay. I was going to invest in myself. I was going to be the best, like take the vitamins right. I was going to give the shots a chance. I was going to be open and I was just going to go. Same goes for the 3 steps on how I feel about the mindset of, no matter what, I'm going to be thriving. Same goes for Lavelle RX. I always remind myself, stay consistent, continue to share, do on repeat. I know that a lot of things that we do, it really is on repeat, but you guys got to find a rhythm on how you can find, you move it forward. And I've talked about enthusiasm, right? We don't show up when we're motivated, but we're enthusiastic because we believe it. You guys, kind of like what Jackie said, my friends were doing peptides for years. I was curious. Yes, 100%. I wanted the fast way, right? I wanted to lose weight fast. I was lazy. I actually shared that, right? But I am somebody that I will not be cheap with my body. I will not take something like from the black market, or I don't even know who knows where it's from. So right when Lavelle dropped this, I trusted it. It was a source that I was open to. So when I committed to not only on this experience, I committed to sharing my experience. I committed no matter what, I was going to be thriving. And I'm literally thriving. Okay, you guys? And it's really crazy. Once you start working on that, being committed with your own experience, whether like kind of like what Jackie said, if you are not doing it yourself yet and you're not yet ready, start sharing it and get your first customer, right? Maybe that customer is going to motivate you to want to, go on it. Who knows? But start somewhere and have some movement, right? So, like I said, stay consistent. You're going to start to see all these people coming to you or asking the questions. They're interested. I've been getting so many crazy, like, it seems like it's crickets when you first share or when you talk about it. You're like, oh, nobody really cares about my peptides, but actually they're watching you. They're watching you. You've been there, give them a shout, right? What were the things that you do before, right? I love that the Jackie shares her side by sides, right? Everybody has been following my journey of when I share like my results or how I felt. Like they love those things. People really don't care about the results. They care about following your workouts, right? What are you doing behind the scenes? Kind of like what Jackie's saying. What are you eating? Like what am I taking? Right? There's tons of things that you guys can start sharing and leveraging. Kind of like, you know, I have been sharing that you need vitamins. And people ask too, like, are you still taking your vitamins? I'm like, girl, I share this. Vitamins are forever. Hot girl is forever. Like that's the motto, right? So start having a compass within you because what we do here, nobody's going to manage your business. You got to manage yourself, right? You got to manage yourself and move things forward when you don't feel like it, really. So I really wanted to share that with you because that's something that really took me on to this, like, move me forward when business was not great, when I had to rebuild, when, I'm going through, oh, how do I start? Or, when you feel like you're lacking motivation, you really got to give yourself that push because nobody really can do that for you. So,
I love that. Absolutely. Yeah, because it's up to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, those of you that showed up on this Zoom, good for you. You just put time into your business. You're going to be better. Your business is going to be better because of the time that you put into yourself and your business tonight. So, thank you for coming. Okay, so and thank yourself. All right. I wanted to open it up for questions. We're gonna do that for like 5 minutes. And then I've already drawn names for giveaways. And yeah, so whoever, if you want to open it, just unmute and ask a question. If you want to drop it in the chat box. Um, I'm not sure who this is. Somebody dropped this in the chat earlier. It just says Dom. I don't know who that is. It says, so I have 27 nurses interested in the biz aspect with LVRX. What do I do? Jackie, do you know? Is that one of yours? Dom?
No, Dom is Katie's.
Katie?
She's Katie Muntz. She's in Texas with you.
Dom is?
Yeah.
Well, I can't see a face or anything. All I see is Dom. Okay.
I mean, we can help you with that, like on the side. I mean, just
Yeah.
get them started, like it's hi Dom. Hey.
Oh, there. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not even sure who that is. It's a green square.
It's me.
Hi. Okay, yeah, let's chat. You, me, and Katie, let's chat about that. And we
Yeah.
can, yeah, let's get in Messenger in our chat and we can talk
So
about that.
and like
Okay.
I know this might answer a few. Oh, Dom, do you have something? Oh no, she's good. You're good. Okay.
I think it was
Um,
about that.
there's a few things. Okay, so I didn't mention this during the compensation plan thing, but the Lavelle RX, it does not count towards cab bonuses or VIP bonuses right now. Okay, we don't know if that'll change. It also does not count towards any PPA requirements. Okay, so important. If those orders go through, you're not going to see your PPA dials move. Okay, and then also we don't see the Lavelle RX orders under our customers. So if you go look for your customer, like if I go look up Ange right now on like the normal portal, I'm not going to see a Lavelle RX order. You're only going to see those orders for your people in the RX downline history. Okay, so it's the only place that you'll see it. So when you're following up with people, and this may change, right? Like I do hope that they
It
change
is something we've asked for. We met with IT just to be able to, we can't see what they ordered, but if we could just see either on the My Team, My Customer side, even on the column or on their thing that they do have an LVRX order or an active
Yeah,
subscription.
maybe another cab
So
or something.
they're working on something.
Okay, good. So yeah, and then also we can't see what they buy due to the HIPAA rules and stuff. We can't see what they buy. You can only see the amount that they spend. So if anybody had those questions, but still, this is opening a lot of doors for us. Anyone who's on Lavelle RX, like I mean, I'm already thinking like I'm going to save credits so that they can thrive, so that they do count towards my cab. So that is a huge thing. Every single one of my Lavelle RX customers is thriving as a customer with me.
Okay, any other questions? I'm leaving it open for a couple minutes. See if y'all want to jump in. Um, while while we're waiting for y'all to unmute, I'm gonna just screen share real quick. And you go ahead if you're unmuting to ask a question, just say who you are. I'm gonna show you this really fast. So how to access LVRX is you just go to the Lavelle RX website, right? The username.lavelle.com/RX. So you're going to go there, and right under the Get Started green button, right underneath that is the login to your LVRX account, and it's going to be here. Okay. So you can tell all your customers because everybody's like, I can't find my welcome email. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know how to access. It's right there. You can access it from this page. All right. Okay. Does that mean no questions? No questions. All right. This is who's winning what. I need y'all to message me. Just message me on Facebook or whatever. Um, I'm doing $50 cash for two people, Sue and Paula. Shoot me a message. I'm doing $50 credits for two people, Goody and Sue Zabo. I never know if I'm saying that right, Susan Zabo. Um, and then one LVRX goodie box. I'm gonna pack that up, Chris Green. So shoot me a message. Hey, Amber, you told me to message you. I won $50 in credits. Hey, Amber, you told me to message you. I won $50. Hey, Amber, you told me to message you. I got an LVRX goodie box. Okay. And I will get that to you and get that going. The goodie box, I've ordered the things. So it will probably be mailed out after we get back from Cancun. So don't forget about Cancun. Don't forget about posting. I will say this, getaways always bring in new people. So make sure that you're posting. People want to go on vacation. People want to hang out with people. People want a vacation for free. So make sure that you're sharing all of those things. And if you're not there, share your friends that are there and be like, I'm going to be on the next one. I miss my friends. Can't wait to go. All right. Ange, any last minute anything?
Yeah, share the fun. I feel like we want to be human again, right? I was telling my team, go back to sharing your story. If you guys are sharing your Thrive products, sharing the events, sharing the community, that's what people are looking for. Be human again, you guys, and connect with people. I see this a lot too, like people just posting, but engagement again, like show interest and have fun with it, right? Like have fun with just showing up and engaging with people and make it fun. People want to join fun people. Really, they want to join. They're looking something outside of their daily life. Like, oh, this seems not only that it will be valuable, but wow, this community is actually a community that I would like to be a part of. So, yeah, don't forget to have fun yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. If you weren't sure what we're talking about on this one, I would encourage you once I get the recording up, the recording goes to my Amber Manquist training channel on YouTube. And under playlist of two, it'll still be under Tuesday Zoom because this was just postponed from Tuesday. That will be on that playlist. Give me like 30 minutes, it'll be up and ready. Rewatch it, utilize it. If you have teams that are asking you, send them this, have them watch this. Because here's the other thing, everybody has to put their own skin in the game. Everybody has to educate themselves, to invest their time into educating themselves. We can tell them the same thing over and over all day long. We can repeat ourselves questions LVRX all day long. But until somebody really takes the time to get that, to educate themselves, it's not going to stick. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jackie and Angela, for joining us. Thank you, everybody. Give yourself a pat on the back for spending an hour and getting that education for you and investing in your business. Bye, y'all.